everyone. Welcome to our show, Breakfast Foods Around the World. I'm your host, Erica Ng.
And I'm Stephanie Law.
And we're here to explore and try breakfast from different countries.
Through this experience, we're hoping to gain appreciation for the different types of food enjoyed around the world through our lens. We're going to the show with judgment-free mindsets and hope that you too will appreciate the delicacies from these cultures. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Breakfast Foods Around the World. This is Stephanie.
And I'm Erica.
And we have a treat for you guys today. We will be exploring breakfasts in the Caribbean, specifically Jamaica. And actually, we have a special guest with us today, our fellow Jamaican, Stacey Ann Buchanan. Hi, Stacey Ann.
Hi, Stacey Ann.
Hi.
It's so good to have you here. We feel like we're not experts with this type of food, and we're hoping that you could guide us through with what we have with us today.
Absolutely. So on the plate, you have a traditional Jamaican breakfast, which is ackee and saltfish, and it is served with provisions. So in the middle, you have the ackee. Right over there, you have the yam. Right there, yes, it's pieces of yam. And then you have the green bananas, which is 2 pieces. And then you've got the dumplings sliced over there. And then you've got a little piece of Irish potato. And so our breakfasts are usually heavy, but it holds you throughout the day. So some people may think it's heavy, but to us it's just normal. So ackee is actually a fruit, and saltfish derives from cod, and it's our national dish. And yeah, you can have ackee and saltfish for breakfast, or you can have ackee and saltfish for dinner as well.
And what is this over here?
So right there, you've got the traditional cornmeal porridge, which is made out of cornmeal, which is ground cornmeal with flour, and you add cinnamon to it. You can add some nutmeg to it, and you can add a little bit of vanilla extract and sugar and brown sugar. And so it is a very delicious porridge, and a great way of also eating it is to get a Jamaican hard dough bread and break it into little chunks. Our bread is soft and fluffy, but kind of heavy, to be honest, and you dip it in and then you eat it with the cornmeal porridge, and it's served really hot. Yeah.
I am so excited to dig in.
What should we
Are you ready?
First? Yeah, let's do this.
All right.
Should we try the porridge first? Because I kind of want to try this.
Okay, let's do it.
Right. This is our first time eating this, so we don't really know what to expect with flavor.
Expect nothing but good things. I like this. I taste the cinnamon.
I taste the cinnamon too.
I like the texture.
It's sweeter than I thought it would be.
I kind of feel like this would be my dessert. Like, I could eat this every night as I'm watching TV. I really like it. Now I'm kind of curious to see what it would taste like with hard dough bread.
Yeah, it's a shame we don't have that today. But yeah, this does not taste like your typical porridge. The consistency is the same, but there's a lot of different flavors in this.
I love it.
I like this too.
love it. All right, I'm ready to try. What should we try, Stacey Ann?
Okay. My favorite. Well, everyone loves dumplings, and I know we talked about dumplings before, and it's so interesting to see dumplings differ in different cultures. So the dumpling, you'll take it in, you'll cut a little piece off, and the good thing is to dip the dumpling with the ackee and saltfish, just take a bit together. So you can add the ackee and saltfish on top and just take a bite together.
Okay.
So dip it in, you said?
Yeah.
So this is the dumpling.
So what is a dumpling?
So the dumpling is made out of flour and water. Really, and you make it into like a nice dough, and you roll it. It's usually made circular, and you put it in the water and you let it boil. But then when you serve it, you cut it up because it's usually made big. You can make them small, you can make them big, you can make them medium. But yeah, and then there's another way of doing a dumpling or having a Jamaican breakfast, which is, Jamaican breakfast, there are so many different kinds. But if you're doing ackee and saltfish, you can actually do it with fried dumpling. And so that's different. You still make the dough and the flour, but you fry it, and you add a little bit of bacon powder, and so it rises, so it's like nice and fluffy.
That is actually so good.
She's
Yeah.
going for
So
seconds.
I am going for a second.
Yeah.
So when you
everybody
mentioned
loves
dumplings, I was looking at this like, oh, okay, it kind of looks like the yam or the potato to me. Maybe even like the banana. But then when you actually eat it, it is the texture of a dumpling.
It is the texture of dumpling.
Yeah.
Wow, it is so good. I am going for seconds. So. It is really good.
It's definitely different than like other dumplings I've had because usually dumplings have filling in them.
Yeah.
And this one is just the dough, but it's still, there's so much flavor in it. It's actually so flavorful. And dipping in that,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's good. That's good stuff.
You should probably try like some of the ackee and saltfish without the provisions. It's really good too.
Yeah, I definitely want to try the ackee.
Let's do that now.
Yeah. So this thing right here is the saltfish, right?
Yes. Yes.
Alrighty. And then we gotta scoop some of the ackee in. And then we try it.
So think about it. You're having a fruit and fish. You can make a fruit and fish taste so good. And how you make ackee? Ackee is boiled. And you have to be mindful of it too because it can be poisonous. Don't want to scare the guests or don't want to scare the audience watching, but the thing is how to get the right ackee to make sure that it's ripe. And so it grows on a tree and you know it's ripe because it opens up. It opens up and you can see it, and then it has like it's yellow and it has the seed is on the top, and so you break the seed off and then you open the ackee and you take I don't know what to say, you take out of it, you clean it out a bit and then you boil it. And then when it's soft, and then you add it. You also boil the saltfish as well, which you can boil in a separate pot, and you put it together with onions and they have bell peppers, black pepper, and you put it all together with a spice, and then you just cook it up. Scotch bonnet pepper too, which is amazing, and you just make it together into this delicacy.
So let me ask you,
Yes.
do you make this every day for breakfast?
I don't, but I make it more like on a Sunday breakfast.
Sunday thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. So this is, as you mentioned earlier, it's a very heavy breakfast. Not for me, but some may think it's heavy. So do you also eat something similar for lunch, or I know you mentioned dinner?
Yeah, ackee and saltfish, you can even have it for lunch. Honestly, there's so many things you can have for lunch. You can have some fish for lunch. You can have some jerk chicken with some rice and peas. You can have some curry chicken. You can have some stew chicken. You can have some curry goat. You can have some oxtail. There's so much. Like, it goes on and on and on.
That all sounds so good.
That sounds good.
So what do you want to try next?
I want to try the green banana because I don't think I've ever tried a green banana that was cooked like this.
Yes.
So I'm just curious to know what it tastes like. Let's just grab a tiny piece. I think it's similar texture to like potato.
Yeah, it actually reminds me of this root vegetable that my mom would boil for special occasions. It may be a taro, but it's like this small, and she would boil it and we would just peel it off the skin and we would just eat it, and it's purplish, so it kind of looks like that, but I know that's a banana. And it has a very similar flavor and texture, but I really like it. So can I dip the banana in the porridge?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can if you want.
It's like, what are you trying to do here? Is there anything on this plate that we should be dipping in this, or?
No, you don't have to dip anything in the porridge. No.
Let's just move this out of the way.
Yeah, just the hard dough bread or the water crackers. We have these things called water crackers. They're really hardcore crackers. Like, they're hardcore. And you put them in the porridge, especially when the porridge is hot, and it just makes it so soft, and it's just so delicious.
I want to try that.
Yeah, I do too. It's just such a shame.
Tune in for part two. All right, so let's try the yam. I guess I didn't cut a piece for you.
What is this? Just a good yam.
I love everything about this plate.
I think like because they combined all the flavors together. So you're really getting like this same flavor in this,
There's a lot of flavor.
but they're seasoned a little differently. But it just all tastes good. It's all good.
So are we supposed to have the yam? Well, I know we're not dipping it in porridge. But can we eat the yam with the ackee and saltfish?
Yeah. Traditionally, you're supposed to like eat like the provision. You take a bit of provision, then you take it, and then you take some ackee and saltfish with it.
Oh, okay.
So we call the boiled dumplings, the yams, and the potatoes, especially you group them together. It's called provisions. Sometimes I think the boiled dumpling is in a category by itself. Dumpling is just in a category by itself. But the ground provisions, you boil them. It's interesting about bananas. When you peel the banana, the green banana, it's white on the inside. And then when you boil it, it turns gray.
Yeah, I was wondering. I
Yeah.
also see like a purpley bluish hint to it too.
Yeah.
So is that common?
Yeah, very common. And that's when you know it's done, right? That's when you know
Oh,
it's
okay.
like,
You look
yeah,
at
it has
the
a little
color.
bit. Yeah, and you can also take your fork and like test it, and then it'll be soft. And yeah.
I see Stephanie going for seconds with the porridge. She pulled it to her side. She's like, let's put this away over to my side.
You're caught, Stephanie.
This is really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if I substituted the yogurt I eat every day with this, I'd be okay with that.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a yogurt every day. And if I had this every day, that would be different.
Okay, so thank you for your time today, Stacey Ann.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
This was a very, very educational and interesting session that we just had. This was absolutely delicious. 100%, I will start having that for breakfast.
Me too. You can hold me accountable for that.
Yes. So, Stephanie, what was your favorite today?
I would have to say the ackee and saltfish.
The
Yeah.
highlight of the dish.
The highlight of the dish is that. Also this porridge.
Yes.
Porridge.
I would say the porridge and the dumpling with the ackee and saltfish, my favorite. Well, that's a wrap for today. Thank you for tuning in to Breakfast Foods Around the World, Jamaica edition. We'll see you next time. #respect our food.